Hello and welcome to the Power Minute. I'm your host Riba Fatma, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with Lisa Mary, a remarkable individual who has dedicated much of her life to making a difference in the life of others. Lisa is a former special education teacher who worked tirelessly to support and empower students with unique learning needs. Beyond the classroom, she also brought her organization and leadership skills to the role of an office manager. After a fulfilling career, Lisa retired years ago, but her passion for education and making an impact continues to inspire those around her. We are excited to hear more about her journey, experience, and insights. Welcome, Lisa, and thank you to joining me on the Power Minute Show. How are you,
I'm
Lisa?
very good. Thank you. That was a lovely introduction. Thank you for having me.
Lisa, I want to know more about. Can you please give your introduction, short introduction, or want to add something related to this introduction, which I give you already?
Well, you had it covered pretty good. I was I worked my whole entire life, 45 years, 7 years. But let's go back. I was a special education teacher and for quite some time, about 12 years. And then I took on a job with my husband as an office manager of a sand and gravel production company. And that lasted nearly 20 years. And I retired from there about 3 years ago. So I've had an online presence for some time. That's been about 7 years. And I have a YouTube channel. And I had my sights set on opening an animal rescue farm here on our property. We have a beautiful 40-acre um, farm here with a barn and yeah, we have the capability to have animals here. So what a better way, to contribute one way or the other. So yeah. Other than that, I am learning a new skill right now, and I'm super excited about that. I'm learning how to be a day trader. Never in a million years would I have thought. uh, Is is my face covered with our names? Is is that how you want that? I wonder if you could change. It's a little bit distracting to see our names right across our face, but that's okay. That's all right. Um, anyway, I am learning how to day trade right now, and it's super fun, and it's exciting, and it's a wonderful opportunity for people that would never be able to afford or even think of risking their own money in the stock market, right? That would be crazy unless you're silly rich, unless you're really super rich, where you know you're not afraid to risk anything. But see, for people that have never traded before, this is a wonderful opportunity. My friend, okay, Arthur, his name is Arthur, and he joined this Akashic thing too. And he has never in his entire life been successful in anything to do with all these online businesses that people can have and do and see. You know what I mean? Where all these opportunities are supposed to be so wonderful and people get scammed and this and that. But there are legitimate companies out there. And I'm telling you, I am a part of one of them. So never in a million years would I have done this ever because I was one of those people that got scammed, and it was devastating for me, and it changed everything and every way that I knew how to connect with people. It put me in a shutdown period. I just didn't want anything to do with anybody. And if anybody ever even mention crypto or forex or trading or anything like that. I didn't want anything to do with it. So a leopard can change her spots. Anyway, so but Arthur came in and he has never traded a day in his life. In 10 days, and I watched this happen. In 10 days, he was able to secure $16,000 in profit, and he successfully withdrew $10,000 of that. He left the rest in there for capital to continue to learn how to trade with, and that's the opportunity that's there for people. And right now until Christmas, the company that gives these challenges away, these funded accounts, you are actually using other people's money. Oh, you changed it. There you are. Now I can see your beautiful face. I could not see it before.
Thank you very much, Lisa, that you describe and introduce yourself very briefly.
That's it.
Lisa,
Yeah.
I want to know more about your journey experience about the education field. As I am also 13 years experience in primary school, so this
Okay.
is really, yeah, it's a really great opportunity for me to that I'm getting chance to talk with you. So it's really honor for me because
Sure.
I think we both are in same field. So just I want to know that can you share what inspired you to become a special education teacher?
What inspired me? It was not it didn't set out to be my journey. I wasn't, I wanted to be a teacher, but special education really never crossed my mind. Um, I did have a deaf sister. She couldn't hear. And we're talking, 40, 50 years ago. I'm getting really quite a bit older. My age is getting right up there. Anyway, I had a deaf sister, and people reacted to her. Kids reacted to her and treated her like she was retarded, like she was mental. Okay, and that was hard for me to deal with as being her sister. So I defended her. Always, always defended her. And I don't know, it gave me a name or put a label on me, what kind of person I was. And do you know what I mean? So it kind of changed the way I thought about things. So when the opportunity came up for me to be able to teach special education, that's what went, that's where my mind went to, was my little sister, and getting teased on the playground and being bullied because she wasn't normal, because she wasn't like everybody else. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that in itself is what really inspired me to really put my heart into those kids. So, yeah.
So, are there any specific success story from your teaching or career that you are especially proud of?
Um, Maybe not achievements in like the anybody else's eyes, but the connection that I had with the children was amazing. I mean, it just filled my heart. It filled my cup. And when you leave school, and maybe I was at the grocery store getting groceries, and you see children, your students, in that kind of it's just funny. They just see somebody familiar, and they yell your name and they go running through the store for you. You know what I mean? Mrs. Cook, Mrs. Cook. That filled my cup. That inspired me. So that just the connection that I had with kids, I would say was an amazing achievement. Yeah. I never looked at it that way before. So thanks. I appreciate you bringing that out in me.
That's great. So, can you tell me about that? Sometime we face a challenges from the student. So, did you face any challenge, or if you face, so how did you overcome them?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Um, it's funny that I think about this now, but I had such a good connection with the kids, but I didn't have that connection so much with the adults, if that makes sense. I never said that before. That's crazy. Yeah, I would say I did not connect with adults well. Now that I think back on it, I didn't. And there always seemed to be tension amongst, um, always seemed like a competition type thing with the other adults, or so it seemed like that to me. you know we each have our own perspective, right? In any situation, how we perceive things. So who knows? But that's interesting that you brought that out in me. That's crazy because you're not saying anything off the wall or whatever. But hmm. it must be one of those days where I'm inside my own head and I really start thinking about things deeply. Does that make sense? That's that's the way it is. That's Lisa today. So go ahead, continue.
Lisa, I want to know the transition to office management. So, what motivated you to shift from teaching to office management?
Well, I started working at the school when my son started school. So when he was in kindergarten, and I just thought, oh my God, yes, I want to be. And I was at the same school as he was. And so that was kind of fun for us, especially when your kid is in kindergarten, right? His mama is everything. And I wish it was still like that, but it's not. But when they're really small, mama is everything. And he loved having me at the school. And he was always so proud. And yeah, so that was kind of cool. And the reason I left, my son was getting ready to graduate. He's graduating high school. He was no longer going to be at the schools. And at that same time, my husband was taking over one of the major plants within the company, and it was really close to home, like an hour and a half away. And usually he was like 6 hours away. Never saw him. He was home for weekends. That was it. So he was getting closer to home, and he needed a secretary as well. The woman that was there passed, so they needed somebody new. And what a better time for me to change careers. My son did not need me at school. He was graduating, and although I loved my job working with the kids, this made more sense to me. And it was a significant raise in salary, so I had to take it. Yeah. And that started a whole new journey for my husband and I, and which lasted 20 years. So, and now we're here. We're both retired, And so we're trying to figure out this home scene because we were always on the road. We were never home, so now we're home all the time. And we're just trying to figure out what we want to do. So,
If I talk about your retirement reflection, so I want to know, I'm interested to know more about that. How has retirement changed your perspective on work and life?
wow. You know, we all look back and we have regrets and oh we should have done things this way or that way, whatever. We each are on our own journey, and I look at things way differently now. I did not have that mental capacity or the mentality to think in ways that I didn't grow up thinking. So when growing up, I always thought, you had to work every day. You never take days off. You work out all the time, right? Work, 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 work. And then you pay your bills and you live a comfortable life, right? I didn't realize that we had choices, that we didn't have to do things the way our parents did things, right? Everything in your life improves as you grow. We learn things, we grow as a person. Personal development has become a very important part of my life, and it never was before. I never even heard about it. What is personal development? What is that? What is that? Does everybody do that? I still don't know that, but I do. And it's changed my life. It's changed the way I look at life in different situations. It's changed my perspective on a lot of things, such as I believe everybody out there, everybody that watches this live or recorded, whatever, that you are a miracle. You are a miracle. You do not have to live your parents' life. You can choose whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Let your imagination go wild. Let it go wild and live in that imagination world. Focus on it every day. Focus a little bit of time every single day on your dreams. If the sky was there was no limit to what you could achieve or what you could have, what would that be? What would you want to be doing? What is it? What journey do you wish for? You know, focus on that. You can manifest that. The more you think about it, the more you use your imagination and every detail. 3 to 5 years, what would you, can I ask you this question? Will you answer this for me? What would you be doing if you could do anything in the world? What would it be? Tell me what you would want. I want to hear.
Lisa, if you could go back and change anything in your career, would you, and why?
Um, yeah, maybe. Yes and no. I feel like I lived a very blessed life. I think I'm a very honest person. I would not go back and change anything because everything that happens in my life has made me the person I am today. And so No regrets. I can't have no regrets. And things happen the way they unfold, the way they do for a reason. There is a reason, and just got to keep following your path and know that somebody up there's looking out for me. He's leading me and guiding me. So no regrets.
Uh, according to your beliefs, so what do you believe are the most important skills for educators and office professionals to develop? Is there any, suggestion or ideas you want to share with my audience?
Um, the rescue farm that I hoped and dreamed and imagined and dreamed about. I don't think it's going to happen. Just for reasons, who knows? Who knows? Maybe it wasn't meant to be. But I'm not getting rid of the idea. There are some health reasons that I probably will not be able to continue to try to build that. So I have to pivot on my idea, and I think I'm going to have Buddy's Place. That was the name of my rescue farm. And Buddy's Place is still going to exist. I'm going to turn it into an animated cartoon with characters I already have. Myself and my buddies. Buddies is a magical horse, and he has golden wings, and he flies. And he flies Granny, that's me. He flies her all over the world rescuing animals. And I'm going to make a little series out of this on YouTube for kids or adults, whoever wants to watch it. A storybook type little story, little short stories about rescuing animals around the world. So that will be Buddy's Place.
Lisa, share your hobbies or daily routines. So, what are you doing nowadays, and what are the most important hobbies after the retirement?
I have a lot of projects. I'm always got projects. I do woodworking. I love doing that. Um, Four wheeling. I love to go out and get muddy and sling mud, have fun. And recently, well, not recent, we have this huge sliding hill right out our back door. And my husband's been grooming it and fixing it and making it very, very nice. And this year he built a rope tow so we can get back up the hill because I can't get back up that hill anymore. But it's super fun. We got this huge sliding hill, and local kids and people are welcome. They come out, have fun. It is super fun. And I love to garden. And I love the garden. I want a greenhouse. I've been bugging my husband for years to build me a greenhouse. I'm hoping to get that here pretty soon. Now that we're both retired, I will make I will make sure he has time to do that. Chop chop, right? Anyway, tons, but my most important thing is reaching my goals. I have goals with Buddy's Place, although it shifted gears a little bit. Doesn't matter. It's still up here. I still want it. I still can have it in a different way. I can still add value and give good content to the right audience. And that would be fulfilling my goals. and just helping people, in the personal development area. I love That's what my YouTube channel is all about. So I love creating content for that. Doing little interviews like this gives me content for stuff like that. I go live on Facebook, and I'm trying to learn scriptures, so I share that. So that's content. Uh, I have read books online, personal development books, books my mentor wrote, books that he suggested I read, and I have playlists of that on there. And I keep busy. I have a lot of things I like to do. And now I'm learning how to day trade. So that's super fun. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about learning. I'm excited I don't have to risk my own money. I'm excited they gave me free money to trade with. So and I don't have to pay that back. So that is a huge opportunity. We just got done giving away $50,000 accounts to people, and they go through this challenge. And if they pass that challenge, they get to keep all that capital, and they get to trade with it, and they get to keep the profits. That's a win-win. So I'm super excited about that, and I'm learning and doing that right now. So that's a priority for me right now too. That trading, because I am building a whole new skill set that I won't ever forget, and I can use that anywhere in the world that I choose to be. I can use that skill set every day. So that excites me.
It's really amazing and highly appreciated. You have lots of things to do in your daily routine. That's
Yeah.
great, Lisa.
Mhm.
Lisa, you know that I belong to a AI school and working as a vice principal and as an educationist. I love to connect who has a background of education. So it's really honor for me that you give me your precious time to me and share the thoughtful ideas. I'm really, really thankful to you and deeply thankful to you because you give me time in early morning. So really grateful and thankful to you that for the especially sharing the ideas and the your life journey. It's really honor for me.
I must say your English is very, very good.
Thank you.
I could under, it's I done a lot of interviews, but with the children, the kids. Rihan Alawala, I met him uh like well over a year ago online, and we became friends. And he's told me all about the schools, and I think it's amazing, and what the opportunity that the kids have, I think is super cool. And what I really liked, and why I always am doing these interviews, because I've done many, like maybe 60, quite a few. But the kids earn $1 with every interview that they did. And that goes back into their families, and that helps families get out of poverty. It just opens so many doors, and I really, really love the whole concept and everything Rihan Alawala has done. So kudos to him, very much, very much. So
Lisa, it's really honor for all of us, and I want to say like thanks like this. So accept my thanks like this and like
yes,
this.
yes,
So it's
absolutely.
really a really honor for all of us. So Lisa, thanks for your time. Thanks for
You're
sharing
welcome.
ideas. And
Okay.
we will meet in another interview. I want to know more about because your time is very precious. So, and
Mm-hmm.
you give me 30 minutes. So, accept my heart from Pakistan like
Mm-hmm.
this. You can
Absolutely.
you can make like this for me. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Mm,
Thank you very much.
yes.
Thank you, Lisa.
You bet. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Bye
Bye.
bye.